Hi guys, New World's Mediocre Gaming, our first of hopefully many new format videos is waiting for you. Yes, a pre-recorded race, some heavy fighting, some frustration of course. Let me know if you like the new format in the comments below. Don't be scared to subscribe and leave a like. Everyone's got to start somewhere. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it. So here we go. Session starts. Awaiting the almighty Carnage gods to step in. And of course Porsche doing Porsche things. They are Porsching in the first turn and giving us a few freebies to begin with. Yeah, a little scary moment there. Yeah, nothing special. That's what brakes are for, right? Trying to stay out of trouble, of course, but still stay close so we can benefit from mistakes. That's a balance you have to try and do. Always be close enough to harvest the fruit of other people's mistakes. Here we go, first turrets, and McLaren is doing Porsche things. Someone told me they don't like curbs and grass either. Well, here's the proof. So that was freebie number 3, I guess. Off we go, bit snap oversteer, but nothing really scary. Struggling for grip, first corners. Maybe a bit lack of skill as well. And here we have a Porsche doing Porsche things. Well, not really. More like little brother starting downloading stuff he shouldn't be downloading. Either way, off he goes. Here we have the first really big code brown, as we can see. That was really a very close call. Still, we survived. Off we go. That was freebie number 4, I guess. By now we are at P5, staring down the beautiful bottom of the Bentley in front of us. Some people say fat ass, but whatever. And merrily we go further. Had a little mistake there that cost us quite a lot of time, but catching up quick again. After that we're gonna skip a couple of laps, I guess. It was boring for 3 or 4 laps, so I don't want to bother with that. Oldham Park, really a very, very, very bumpy circuit. Extremely hard to overtake. You really have to get a perfect run on the guy in front of you, and he pretty much has to cooperate as well. As we shall see later, a bit of cooperation is needed. Cutting the curbs is something you have to do here if you want to do fast lap times. Of course you cannot see the tire pressures here, but in Oldham you always choose to have higher tire pressures, because after a couple of laps cutting the corners and hitting the curbs, you're bound to have a slow puncture. Usually left front and left rear. Mostly left rear, and if you continue doing it, you get the front as well. Fighting to get some rhythm. And here we have the Honda doing Honda things, or Aston things. Either way, next freebie. And there we are. Caught up to the Bentley. He has a BMW in front of him, who's slowing him down a bit. And here we get a really, really nice run on him. And he cooperates. Honda's trying to benefit from it either as well. But here we go. From the Bentley's perspective, he got a really bad exit. But he left me room so I can pass on the right. He left me the inside open. That's called sportsmanship, I guess. He saw he had a bad exit and accepted it. And there we are, chasing the Beamer with a Beamer. At this point we are P3 and having a pretty pissed off Bentley breathing down our neck. But choosing the defensive line, clean defense, he had no chance to overtake there, and then slowly but surely we're increasing the gap behind. And closing in on the Beamer in front of us, which happens to be a guy from Spain I know. We've been talking a bit over the times on LFM. And after the race we had quite a conversation, as you can probably imagine after you see the video. I was not very amused, let's put it that way. Getting closer and closer every lap. He had a bit of rear damage from the Honda, I guess, so his top speed must have been slightly compromised. But I think grip in the back wasn't very good as well. So he had a lot of bad exits. Not a lot of grip on fast turns, so he was struggling. He was really struggling here. But that's the problem with Alton Park. Even if you're a second faster per lap, there's no way past. I have to brake every time I get a run, because there's no room to get by. When I get a better exit, my Spaniard friend chooses the defensive line just to make sure. Which is perfectly okay at that point. I did it myself with the Bentley, so there's nothing to complain there. Absolutely legit defending. Which is about to change. Good speed here. Nice line. Good acceleration. But he got it well as well. Yeah. Lack of skill, I guess. Here we got a run again, and defensive line, so we can't get by. Bit of squeezing, but we were a bit too far away to try the outside. Weak, very weak exit from our side, but thankfully the Bentley was too far away. And there's another lap at Alton Park with no chance of overtaking. But never give up, that's what they say, right? Next problem with Alton, it's very narrow, very bumpy, and if you're following someone really close, it's impossible to see an apex. That makes following, of course, extremely hard. And we got a Bentley right on our ass. Oh, little slide there. Got a run on him, and we take the defensive line, of course. Absolutely perfectly okay. But here we got a run. Here we got a perfect run. We won't go for the inside, he goes for the inside, we go for the outside, and he goes for the outside. And there are the flashes. And that, my friends, is not okay, because you cannot change your line twice. And that's really not okay. At that point I was fuming. I was absolutely steaming. because that is something you just don't do. I almost crashed into him. I had to slam the brakes really hard. The Bentley had to slam into the brakes to avoid crashing into me. Because weaving and moving under braking is an absolute no-go in racing, and everybody should know that. I was most certainly not amused by this move. Still at P3, the Porsche up ahead. The Merlin going around his rounds until that point where Porsche is doing Porsche things. What do they say? 404? Skill not found? I feel bad for him because he had like 5 or 6 seconds gap, and he just threw it away needlessly. He could just... We were fighting the whole round, so he had no pressure from behind and just threw it away. So my Spaniard friend is in P1 now, I'm in P2, and we're fighting for the actual lead of the race. Now things get really serious. After all, it would be my first win on LFM, and I really want it now. Because I know I'm faster. I know there's been an unfair defense on his side, and at this point I just feel that I deserve it. Maybe I should have gone for P2, but you know how it is, you get carried away. Not many laps to go. Time's running out, and I really want that P1 badly. So things are getting quite sweaty now. Bentley hasn't given up either. I think he won a piece of the cake too. Props to the Bentley at this point. Really nice, clean race from his side. Very nice, very good racing. I was watching in the mirrors, and I think around the last 5 or 6 laps he must have been very close to a drive-through, so he took it easier with cutting corners. Last thing you want is being on a podium position and getting a drive-through, I guess. Miraculously, I had not even one cut at that point. Absolutely clean. No warnings, no nothing. Another run, defensive line, which is perfectly okay. Yeah, Alton things, right? you watch in my mirror screen, Bentley very, very careful with his lines. Not risking anything in terms of track limit violation. And here we are again, right on the bumper. And we get a run again. There's the defensive line doing the fakie, and oh, not really much space left there. Very debatable, of course. It was a lunge. It was a dive bomb. I tried to make the turn a bit sharper, but there just was not enough room, and if you hit the curb, that's what happens. It launches you into him. And there we are, from P2 down to P7, with 1 lap to go. I'm pretty sure you can imagine how furious I was. I mean, okay, it was a dive bomb, but I was running out of options. I was clearly faster. And yeah, I tend to believe he should have left me a little more space so I can turn in, which wasn't the case. So at this point, picking up the pieces, maybe trying to get one more position back, but to no avail. At the end, after we had a small conversation, he did apologize, especially for the blocking and the moving under braking. And yes, we still can say that we are not enemies. I'm okay with it. I congratulated him for his victory, and yeah, everything is good. But at that point, I was just furious, as you probably can imagine. Overdriving the car out of pure anger, I guess. But there was nothing I could do at that point. GG's to all involved. My condolences to the Porsches. Well, I think the previous leader, the white Porsche, did podium after all, so yeah, GG's to him as well. Even the Honda made it to the finish. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. See you later.